Hello, welcome to this edition of Cross Culture with Bola. If you're new to this channel, please remember to hit the subscribe button and be a part of this beautiful conversation we're having on cross cultural issues. So, I'm still talking about Omugwo. Yeah, that practice where we have mothers go stay with their kids when they've just had a baby to be of help. It's a cultural requirement. And like I said last week, it's really good. I actually think Omugwo is an antidote to postpartum depression that we see a lot of women experience because they don't have help when they've just had a baby. So I think it's a very, very beautiful practice. The problem, though, is like most things that we do as humans, I think there is a bit of a problem with how it is being practiced today. And I went into great depth to explain what issues I have with the practice. I am not anti Omugo at all. The problem I have, though, is it's almost like robbing Peter to pay Paul, because more often than not, is the mothers that do Omugo as it should be, but they stay for so long that for most of the fathers, the husbands of these mothers, they are left alone by themselves for an extended period of time. And that's what I have a problem with. Last week, I spoke directly to the mothers who are involved in this practice. And this week, I want to talk to the children. You who make those desperate calls to Africa. Oh my God, I need mommy. I'm due in 2 weeks. And you know, this is America. I don't have anybody to take care of me. I need mommy to come. You who buy the ticket, okay? You make all those arrangements for mommy to come. I get it. I understand everybody needs help. I had a lot of help when I had my children. In fact, when I had my first child, my mother stayed with me for 4 months. But I'm not a hypocrite. At that time in her life, she was a single parent. So she didn't have the day to day responsibilities of taking care of her husband. So it was good that she was there. She had a good time. I had a good time. She took very good care of me. So I am not saying Omugo is not necessary. Your mom can help you. For instance, if your father is dead, oh, that makes absolute sense. If your mother is divorced or she's a single parent and all that, in those circumstances, yes, mommy can stay. But even in those circumstances, we must never turn these mothers into glorified maids. They need to relax. These mothers have done their time, they have gotten a honorable discharge, and they have time to enjoy themselves. They should be left alone to have a good life. But of course, staying with you makes them happy. So it makes sense to get them into help and it makes them happy. But we must make sure that we recognize that mommy coming to stay with you is a privilege that we must not abuse. We must not abuse it at all. If your father is alive, the Bible says, honor your father and your mother. I think the Bible was being intentional by putting father first because, 9 months in mommy's tummy and all that, we have this natural affinity to our mothers, this, relationship with them. But the Bible says, honor your father and your mother. It doesn't say honor your mother and maybe your father. No. So I think the respectful thing for young people to do, if you want your mom to do omugo, to come stay with you and help you take care of your baby when you're a new mom, is to talk to your father first. Dad, I'm pregnant. I'm due in October and I'm thinking of having mommy come help me for a minute. How long would you want or can you do without mom? How long do you think I can keep her for? I think that is respect. That is respect. And when you are taking mom, when mommy is coming with you to wherever it is you are, it makes absolute sense for you to make as much arrangement as you can to make sure that daddy is not left to fend for himself. You put things in place, food, people to look out for him. If he has to, have doctors visits, hospital visits, and all that, you make arrangement for all that. Somebody has to be in the house with daddy. We don't want daddy falling sick. In fact, there was a case I read about where the man had been dead for days and nobody knew. And mommy was I think in that case, the woman was in London with one of the children. No, we have absolutely no business doing that. If you cannot make enough adequate arrangements for your father to be very, very well taken care of while your mom is away, please leave his wife there. Leave her there. Let her be there to take care of her husband. So we're not saying don't take your mom, but what we're saying is you must have that conversation with your dad. Make sure that daddy is on board with mommy coming and you have put things in place to ensure that daddy is okay while mom is around. Too many fathers are being left. In fact, I remember one story, and this is a personal experience that I have. One of my mother's friends passed, and no, she hadn't died then. She was there, and the woman was moving from one child's house to the other. I think she had about 5 or 6 kids and all that. This one would have a baby, she would go. That one would have a baby, she would go. And she was almost always out of the house. The man was alone by himself. And her husband told my mom once and said, you know what? This is why some men marry 2 wives. He said, I'm here by myself. My wife has been jumping from one child's house to the other, and I am here by myself. And the man said, well, yeah, there is food and all that, but I don't have anybody to talk to. There are things I want to talk to my wife about. She's not there. And, it was very nice to see an African man being that vulnerable. But you could see that sometimes it's not just about the money. Sometimes it's about the company. So when you are sending for your mom to come and take care of you, remember that it's not just about money. Daddy needs company. Daddy wants his wife too. And you guys that encourage this kind of thing, put yourself in the father's shoe. Would it be okay by you if your wife leaves you at home to go take care of a grandchild? So we need to think about it and ask ourselves, is this really good? And let me say something to you Gen Z kids, all you, college students and all that are there now. See, my generation of mothers aren't coming to do Omugwo. We're not. Remember that you guys are westernized, right? You guys want to do what you want to do. You are all over the place. You don't, African culture is too prehistoric for you and all that. Same with us, baby. Omugwo, we are too much for Omugwo. A lot of us aren't coming to do Omugwo. So what I'm doing now is telling you that we are not jumping on the Omugwo train. No, we're not. We have too much going for us to come stay in your house and saying, oh, we're coming to take care of a baby and all that. We're not looking forward to coming to stay with you. So Omugwo is about to be thrown into the dustbin of history. We're about to give Omugwo a befitting funeral. It's about to be a thing of the past. It's not going to exist in our lexicon in a couple of years. We aren't coming. So you guys had better need to prepare yourself. You know how much you look forward to leaving home? Oh, I'm going to go and get my own apartment so I can do my own thing. We also are excited that we are not coming to do Omugwo. We're just going to be in our house. You're going to bring the babies to come and say hello to us, and we're going to be like, "Hi, baby, how you doing?" and toss the baby right back at you. We are not an Omugwo generation. So you guys had better begin to plan your life now. My generation of mothers are westernized. We don't believe in Omugwo. So begin to plan your life, begin to save up. Remember, Western kids don't know anything about Omugwo. They take care of business, they do what they have to do. Their moms don't come to stay with them. They do whatever it is that needs to be done. So get ready to fry dodo, holding your babe in your hands. Get ready, okay, to make pizza while you're breastfeeding your baby. We are not Omugwoing at all. So I want you guys to know that these are the cross-cultural things. You can't, tell us, African tradition is prehistoric, you're not doing whatever it is you're not doing, and expect us to come and do Omugwo. We're not coming. So begin to plan your life now. That's what you need to do. Anyway, I hope you've learned one or two things from this conversation. I am always for equity in relationships. So for those who are still on the Omugwo train, I think this is the last generation of mothers who are going to enjoy Omugwo. So for you guys, do it with wisdom, do it with respect. Let these mothers go back to their fathers. Do what you got to do. Your moms took care of you. You can take care of your kids too. So do what you got to do, and let mommy go back to daddy. Let daddy enjoy his wife. Don't let daddy die lonely and alone in the house. That's not what we want to do. So that's it from me today. Let me have your comments. I'm open to learning. If there's anything I missed, let me know. We're going to have a different conversation next week. Have a good week, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. God bless you. Have a good week. Bye-bye.